Hey boys, welcome back to some more Broncos career round 23, where we are back in the winner's circle after narrowly beating the Warriors. And there we are, sitting in 4th spot. Our for and against is pretty shocking, so we have to be, it's going to be tough to maintain. I mean, it's not going to be tough to maintain as long as we keep winning. That's basically the caveat to that. We just have to keep winning. If we just sort of, loss, win, that type of stuff, then we'll probably miss out on the top 4 due to for and against, because we could put on some points against some teams, but our for and against is pretty shocking. We've had a couple of pretty bad losses, which has really hindered it. And also looking here, it's funny, the Eels team, they don't have Corey Norman in the starting team, which is funny because he's probably leaving the Eels next year in real life. Well, I don't even know. I mean, I can't believe that the Titans have ruled him out. Daryl Kelly, who, I mean, he is the owner now. And I mean, he did save the Titans with the money he and the other lady put into the club. But good Lord, I mean, I can't understand it. Corey Norman is a very good player. He hasn't even really done anything wrong. I mean, he's a bit of a partier. I mean, he hasn't really done anything too bad in his personal life. I'm a little shocked that they've ruled him out because of his off-field behavior. It's ridiculous. I think the Titans could have really, their team is starting to look pretty good, and I mean, throw in Corey Norman, that's pretty solid. I mean, I guess in saying that is Bevan French here, very dangerous in the middle of the field right there, the fullback. Just beat Corbin Sims in the speed to get the try, unfortunately. But I guess in saying, like I was going to say, signing Corey Norman obviously is a half, but I mean, AJ Brimson coming up this year has been incredibly good. He is a future star. AJ Brimson, extremely good. Ash Taylor, he's obviously, he's a future star. He's had his problems this year for sure. He's been fairly inconsistent, without doubt. Well, he was very good to start the year. He's been pretty bad the back end of this season. But I mean, those two together could provide some very good years for the Titans if they can build around it. I mean, Tyron Peachy coming there, Shannon Boyd. They're pretty good signings. Pretty exciting for Titans fans in my opinion. But I don't know. I mean, Corey Norman, he could have played fullback, honestly. Corey Norman has played fullback before for the Broncos. Obviously, Gordon's still there, but, Gordon's not going to be there for that much longer. As Corey Oates here has just absolutely steamrolled the defense and has hit back with a solo effort. Outstanding by the big fella Corey Oates. And that's another thing, real life discussions. Corey Oates is, big talks that he's going to the Cowboys, which I would be very, I wouldn't be super unhappy because obviously I'm a Cowboys fan as well. I would like him to stay at the Broncos because I love Corey Oates, but unfortunately with the Broncos, they always have so many good young players coming through. I mean, obviously the Queensland, there's not that many Queensland teams, and Queensland is huge for rugby league, so you're going to have heaps of good young juniors, heaps of good young forwards, heaps of good young backs coming through. I mean, the Broncos face it all the time, all these young forwards coming through now, the backline play. I mean, you got guys like Katoni Staggs. I mean, even Tom Opicic is playing in Queensland Cup. I mean, he's a very solid player, but I mean, he doesn't really get even a shot in. Jonas Pearson as well, he's outstanding winger when he's come in, but again, it's hard for these guys to get chances, and then you can't keep them all. They start playing very well, they deserve more money, and other clubs can obviously poach them. There's no way that the Broncos can keep all their young superstars coming through, especially when they waste money buying absolute flops like Jack Bird. God, I haven't even really, I haven't talked about that. I should make a video talking about that, just a real life video discussion, because good Lord, has there actually been a bigger flop for a purchase than Jack Bird. Like, there can't have been. For one, he's barely played because of injuries, but two, the games he has played, he's been terrible. And he's on like, what is he on, like 600k a year? Ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know, sometimes with recruiting, dude, I just don't understand it. It sometimes just baffles me. With some of the signings you see clubs make when they let other players go. It's crazy, but yeah, that's enough sort of like real life discussions. As the Eels here, Bevan French again. He's gonna kill us twice in the game. Just very, very sharp, very quick. All these little zippy guys around, they're just hard to handle. The step to beat a player, and then trying to defend at the fullback, it's tough. It's tough, especially the quick guys. They can just sort of run around you. And Tony Williams makes it 14-6. I mean, you might say Tony Williams signing to the Eels a bit of a flop, but for one, I feel a little like I feel bad for Tony Williams. Like, good lord, how many knee reconstructions can a player have and still come back from? But I mean, the game, like, it's funny because like the games he's been able to play, he's actually looked really good, and then he's done his ACL. And the other point about Tony Williams signing to the Eels, he wasn't on big money, obviously, so it's not a huge investment. But oh man, I still, Tony Williams, I know a lot of people don't like him, think he's lazy, but he's still one of my favorite players. I still love watching him when he's there. He's just such a monster. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I don't even know if he'll really come back. He probably will. Like, he's still not even that old, and it seems like he seems to come back from these knee reconstructions pretty well. I mean, they're not really lasting too long, but he seems to come back like fairly quickly. But that's the ball game. That was a pretty short video. I talked about real life stuff the whole time, but that was a bad game. 16-6. We were not in it. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this series. Make sure to like, and I'll see you in the next one.